Welcome back, sports fans, to another episode of Ugly Thirds. Today's topic will be New York Islanders' worst three jerseys. Shrems and John, take it away.
This episode brought to you by Touch of Grey. John, take it away.
But it won't look so natural that no one can tell. Everyone's
very
going
true.
to know.
Very good. And there's our sponsor click for the...
If only. So, the New York Islanders.
Yeah.
Everyone knows their worst jersey.
Yeah.
They're
That's
not
it.
wrong.
Show's over. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good night. Touch of Grey.
But the rest of the list, to do a top three, nowhere near as easy.
No. And simply for the fact that the Islanders had such a classic look. And then they had that mid-90s thing that everybody did.
They keep getting restless. They got bangs, and they felt they had to change their look, and they went with a short haircut. Like every time they do that, it's terrible.
Right. Then when they went back to somewhat normal, they changed the blue. Okay, fine. And then we have this weird aughts thing going on, where we tried something because we hadn't in a while, and it didn't work, and we forgot about it, and then we tried something else, and then we forgot about it in Brooklyn.
I mean, and the three jerseys we're wearing, all very forgettable. How many of you remember the orange laces and front numbers? How many of you remember the weird arrows pointing to I'm not sure where?
What
or the all-black pinstripes that disappeared that Phil's wearing?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and none of those are on this list.
No, there's a lot to choose from, so that's why it was difficult.
That's why it's difficult. But we'll start with...
Touch of Grey.
I wish it was just a touch. Islanders University. I hate this thing. First off, black is not a team color. And the Islanders keep flirting with black. Like, okay, I get it more with a Brooklyn thing. They're sharing the arena with the Brooklyn Nets. They want to show there's some new thing, new page, whatever. Fine. But why this? This doesn't make it, other than trying to be trendy, as Uni Watch Blog calls it, black for black's sake, because it's not a team color. It's not, but it's trendy. You know, they didn't go teal. Well, no, they did go teal in the 90s. Well, I guess the Islanders just like their trendy
look
colors.
What happened to you.
And so we have the black and with gray shoulders and stripes for reasons I don't understand.
This bugs me. This was trendy with Dallas did it, Thrashers did it when they were around, but they kept it to their original colors. I'm not a trendy person whatsoever, so I don't understand black and blue together, and I
Blavey is not okay. I don't care what anyone says.
I don't do it in my personal wardrobe. But this here makes no sense historically in their franchise. This was just so far off, and luckily it didn't last.
It vibrates, and then this chunky font. Goodness gracious, and the Reebok quality. I keep ranting about that on Instagram, but and nothing about this is redeeming. It's a terrible jersey all around, but by no means their worst.
No, you wanted it. It's the Fisher. Oh wait,
it's not.
It's not.
But it's Fisherman.
But
adjacent.
It is. Fisherman-ish.
So the Islanders used the Fisherman for 2 years, and then they stripped the logo and kept the jerseys. Mm-hmm. Was it just fan backlash? Was there actually a lawsuit from Gorton's Fisherman? I've never actually been able to track that down.
More lore than anything.
It's good lore regardless.
Oh, yeah. But it makes you wonder if they're contractually obligated to use these jerseys, like this blue and teal and orange thing,
or they just bought enough of them that we're gonna run out the stock.
Right. And you and I both know how long it takes to make a logo. Like, it's years in the making. So they sat and they did that Gorton's Fisherman likely for years leading up to that moment, and then all of a sudden they have to pivot from it. And then
they literally took the logo 100%. Off, put this on, and I know because this one actually started to fall off, and I had to put it through the sewing machine to get it back on. Like, they just stripped the logo, and they kept everything else terrible. I mean, the wave pattern is the most obvious. The shoulder patch lighthouse stayed, even though it didn't stay with the reverse retro.
You just pointed it out because we've done this.
The random touch of gray in the shoulders, but not nowhere else. Like, I didn't even notice that until we talk about it through 8 takes. Stupid mics. And then the wave font. This one without a nameplate, so it's even harder. Like, how I feel so bad for these equipment managers. But why? Everything else was kept.
Yeah.
Except the logo.
But it's not the worst.
It's not the worst. You know what it is. You demand it. If it was anything else, you'd riot. So yeah, it's a Fisherman. Quite honestly, I go back and forth on this. I don't think it's a bad logo as far as logos go. It shows you about the team name. It shows you it's very region specific. It shows you the sport. I don't have an actual problem with it. But it's not the New York Islanders.
No, and it's not the NHL's New York Islanders. If this were the Bridgeport Islanders, it would make more sense.
Yeah.
Not saying it's gimmicky, but you have that look. Like, if you are, and you said it before, if you were a team the best and highest hockey professional association in your country, you're not showing up with this.
No, it would be a great minor league logo, or even on a more stoic jersey, it might have had a shot.
Yeah.
But this ridiculousness, and then of course, why the white? You're like, oh, maybe you just own the white. No, we have them.
Yeah.
The touch of gray, which okay, it's in the shoulders. Excuse me, but the bottom, why is it down here? Why this stripe? I had to go back in photo match and be like, did they actually have that? Yeah, they did. Why does this exist? Why is there one straight stripe when everything else is curved and flowing? It makes no sense. No sense at all.
Nameplate.
The name's ridiculous. Everything about this is terrible. I think the blue just looks just a little better because there's less going on in it. So there's our slate. There's our worst 3 ever. What do you think? How'd we do? Let us know if we missed one.
I think they're the worst 3 ever. Why would you ask me that a second time? We just did 6 minutes on this.
And on that note, Phil, take us out.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and tune in for another episode of Ugly Thirds.